We're back. It was like super windy outside. So Dr. Natty Reed's here, naturopathic doctor, and Dr. Vivian Kwan, naturopathic doctor. And we are so blessed to have her on today to talk to us about her work with Naturopaths Without Borders. So Dr. Vivian Kwan and I are friends. We graduated together in 2015 from the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine where we met, and now she is a board-certified licensed naturopathic doctor in the Toronto area, and she does a lot of missionary work with Naturopaths Without Borders. When we were going through our clinical hours as students, I would see Dr. Kwan when she would get back from these mission trips and the joy that would be in her, and I could really tell that doing this work is what is the song of her soul. Like, she just lights up, and it is really, I think, something that God really put in her heart to do. So I was having dinner with her a few weeks ago, and she's talking to me about one of her trips there and a family she was working with, and she's telling me about a situation that this family was dealing with health-wise, and she believed it came from the water. And she was telling them something very simple you could do to address this situation is just to start boiling your water. And the family, the mother looked at her and said, well, I don't have money to buy coal. So I wanted to open with that because after Dr. Kwan was sharing the story with me, I went home back to Windsor and I was thinking about this story for days. And I said to her, I need to bring you on. We need to tell people about this and what's happening, because especially as a parent, and you think about anything you would do for your child, this poor mother, that the one thing that she could do to help support the health of her children is so simple as just boil the water that you get from the river, and she can't afford the coal. It's crazy to me because I'm, can go buy my $5 coffee, and there's a mother out there who can't boil her water because she can't buy coal. It's really messed up. So I'm so grateful that there's an organization called Naturopaths Without Borders. Dr. Kwan sits on the board, and she's going to tell us more about Naturopaths Without Borders, what they do, and how you can donate and help. Dr. Kwan.
Hi, thanks Nadia, and thanks for having me address your audience. That's very, I love it.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for visiting Toronto. It's always good to see you. So that story is one of many. It might have just been on my forefront, and I shared it that day because it was my most recent trip. And I was just like, it just kind of comes out, and I was just talking about it's like kind of casual chat, and I don't usually share that much about like my experiences. We do within our organization, when we do student groups, we do unpacking exercises where we will share the details and things that touch us and affect us. Like that, but I ended up sharing with Nadia because maybe it stuck. As she said, we are mothers. I have 3 kids myself, so to think I'm not providing for my child, or I'm providing something that is actually supposed to be helpful and healthy and actually causing harm, like I can't even put myself in her shoes, right, that mother. So what happened was we were doing a clinic in a very remote village, and access to food and water was scarce, clean water, and we had a lot of discussions, and it seemed the kids had parasitic infections, and it seemed to me that it was coming from the water sources because they were drinking out of the river or the pond they had nearby, and so I was having a conversation. I was like, oh, well, if that's your water access, then you need to boil your water. And she's like, well, I can't boil my water because I can't afford to buy coal. And
this was in Haiti.
This was in Haiti, yes, sorry.
This was in Haiti, yeah.
So that was just, I think that took it to another level for me. I think that was the first time I've had that response. And, we're trying to teach what's good resources, like for a lot of conditions. Dehydration is an issue, so drink more water. But actually, the water in this scenario is not very helpful, right?
So tell us about what tell us about what Naturopaths Without Borders does, because this is a very clear example of the reality that the practitioners are dealing with on these trips and how to help these people. Tell us on a global scale here, what does Naturopaths Without Borders do, very briefly? What do they do?
Well, I can start with our vision, and that would be like a world where kind of everyone has access to integrative healthcare and have the tools to thrive. overall, our mission is to kind of close that global health equity gap, build capacity in the underserved communities, and service organizations to overcome obstacles to health through training and education, and of course the direct clinical care, and cultivating sustainable resources. So those are all kind of mandatory, necessary, I would say, on all levels of health, right?
And so when you guys do these trips, you are bringing the supplies that you need. You're bringing the herbs. Is that correct? You're bringing things to help serve the community and support their well-being and their health.
Right. So there are we do student brigades, like kind of groups. To student volunteers go to Haiti, we go to Thailand, and currently Rocky Point, Mexico. And when we have groups that go, often we collect donations and supplements, vitamins, herbs, whatever we can, and then the missing gaps on assessments of what we need, we will purchase and bring over, so that during our direct care that we provide, we have some tools to support and assist the communities.
How have you seen communities and families and people in these areas, how have you seen their lives improve by the work that Naturopaths Without Borders is doing?
It's pretty awesome, because like I've now gone to Haiti since 2013 was my first trip, right? And I think my most recent one was probably last year. And you can see, if we go back to the same villages or the same areas, like some of the things that we taught are kind of spread through the community. So there will be people that come in and let's say, for example, there would be someone that comes in with back pain or something like that. So a lot of the women, they lean over to wash laundry, right? I mean, a lot of us have postural issues and everything we do too, but that was a very common thing to do, to sit and then kind of bend over and like wash clothes. So through education of just kind of correcting that, putting up the laundry onto a table where you could just wash it without leaning over and bending, was kind of spread through the community, because we would ask, we were like, oh, how do you do your laundry? And they would be like, oh, I put the thing up here and I do it. And it's like, oh, okay, so you received that education.
So you go one year and you tell someone how to change for example, how to change their posture, and this person goes and then tells everyone else in the community, and it spreads. And you know, one thing that I love about, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we were students and you went to Haiti, I believe you said there was someone from Haiti when you went there who said, don't just do it for us, teach us how to do it for ourselves, so that we can be like a sustainable community. Was that?
I don't know if there's someone directly there that said it, but they were very appreciative of our education, and that's kind of been a value of ours to teach, right? I mean, that's kind of what naturopathic medicine is, one of our values, doctor as teacher, right? So we do try to spread our knowledge, and in Haiti, well, in Rocky Point as well, we do have community health workers, so we are training local people to be able to continue the work we do, because we're not there all year round. So to still be able to go to schools and go into the community and teach.
So in a nutshell, would you say it's true then when you come back each year that you see like they're on a different level and you can kind of keep progressing and bringing them forward?
Definitely.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments. From now until Christmas, I'm gonna be dragging Dr. Kwan back on here. Because there is a Christmas market going on for Naturopaths Without Borders, and I really want to support this cause. And like I said, if you're just hopping on now, make sure you go to the beginning and watch the story that touches about the mother and the very, very simple thing she couldn't afford to do to give her family clean water and help them help support their health. No family should be in these conditions. No mother should have to, be under those circumstances that they can't even buy coal to boil their water so that her children can have clean water. Please click the link to donate. Every penny, every dollar counts. Nothing is too small, and Dr. Kwan will be coming back on here to tell us more about how we can help and what Naturopaths Without Borders is working to do to improve the health of people in these underserviced communities. So thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kwan, for being here. And click the link to donate now, and we'll catch you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.